What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Blades with Bill. I'm Bill. Today we're going to be doing a review of the XTOUC SX603, a new budget knife company. Let's go up close, go over the specs, do a size comparison, and I'm actually going to try it a little bit different. Going to give you most of my thoughts up close, and then just add an ending. Let's go up close. We have slightly textured G10 handles, a lanyard hole, G10 backspacer, steel liners, and a deep carry pocket clip. It is not reversible, and they didn't use flat screws. Would have been nice if they'd have used some flat screws. It would have made it a little easier to get in and out of the pocket, but it's not too bad. Thumb studs or flipper tab, and if you do it right, you can reverse flick it off the thumb studs, and it is a button lock. Very, very smooth. Solid lockup, no blade play. And if you can see that in there, the liners are milled out to help reduce weight. Knife weighs 4.5 ounces. Handles are just over 1/2 inch. Thickest part of the blade is a little over 1/10 inch. And then behind the edge is about 14 thousandths. We have a blade length of about 3.5 to the a little under 3.5 to the handles, just over 3.5, maybe 3.25 to the pivot. Handle length just over 4 inches, 4.25-ish. Total length of about 7.75, a little over 7.5. Do a little size comparison real quick. The CJRB Pyrite and the Petrified Fish Victor. So as you can see, the Pyrite's just about as long, but it is a little bit narrower blade this way. And the Victor's just, it's about the same size this way, but you do get a little more blade out of it. The Hogue Deca and the Benchmade Bug Out. And again, the XTOUC is a little bit longer than both, but I know they're very popular knives, so it should give people a fairly good idea. The Spyderco Tenacious and the Spyderco Para 3. So the Tenacious and the XTOUC are pretty close. You get a little more handle out of the XTOUC. Might get just a little more cutting edge out of the Tenacious. And then the Para 3 is just a little bit smaller. I will say that for comfort, it was fine. You do notice the pocket clip, but it's not a hot spot by any means. It is very, very smooth. And I had no problems with the lock failing. If you saw the first video I did spine whack it to see if the lock would fail. Lock didn't fail at all. So it is very well made. There's only 2 complaints that I have, and that is the pocket clip. I wish had a little bit more retention to it. It's a little loose. So I wish there was a little more retention to it. It's not a big deal. I can take it off and move it or tighten it up a little bit. So it should make it to where it has a little more retention. And then the only other thing is the stop pin. The stop pin works fine, but because of how small the stop pin is, it has more of a tink than a thunk. I think if they used a slightly thicker or slightly bigger stop pin, it would sound a little more quality. Not that there's anything wrong with the one that's here necessarily. I just think it would give it that little bit more quality sound. But other than that, oh, I almost forgot. And the plunge grind and sharpening choil, it would be nice if there was a little bit more separation between the edge of the plunge grind and the end of the blade. So you're not going to create a smile on the first or second sharpening. But other than that, it's been a good knife. I've enjoyed it. It's very fidgety if you're into fidgeting with your knives. It's really all I got to say. Alright, so like I said, I've been enjoying this knife. There's a little bit of things wrong with it. It's not perfect. Like I said, I think the stop pin, if it was just a little bigger, that's really my biggest complaint. If that was just a little bigger, I think it would sound a little more quality. Otherwise, it's well built. I did ask, like I said in the first video, I asked who the OEM was and didn't really get much response. After that video, someone sent me a message from them, and they didn't say it, but it felt like they were kind of implying that maybe Civivi actually was the OEM. I don't know. So I'm not saying for sure that it was Civivi, but they did say that they are from Yangjing, China, and that is also where Civivi is, which they threw out the Civivi. I did not, because from my understanding, there's actually a lot of knife companies in Yangjing, China. So, but if you enjoyed the video, do me a huge favor, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share the video, subscribe. Any kind of interaction shows YouTube there's interest, which should help me get pushed up in the algorithm, which should help me get more views, which should help me get more subscribers, and I truly appreciate that. That is the absolute best thing you can do for this channel, or any channel. I'll leave my socials along with my affiliate links. If you wish to help the channel financially, just use one of my affiliate links. Again, I greatly appreciate it. If not, I understand. Have a great day. Stay safe. Peace.